Spring is on the way, which means it's about time we clean that laser. For step 1, we are cleaning the honeycomb bed. I am going to just be spraying this down with a degreaser. You can use any other kind of degreaser that you have on hand. I'm using the extra strength mean green cleaner. The point of this is to really just get it in a better condition than it was before. There is no right or wrong chemicals to use so long as it's not going to strip away the metal. I just let it sit for about 10-ish minutes or so, and you can see it's already pulling up all the gross leftover residue from everything I laser. Next step is to just rinse it off. My hose got damaged over the winter, so it is leaking all over the place. If anyone has recommendations for hoses, I would literally love to know. Otherwise, if you have a pressure washer hose, you can definitely blast a bunch of your goopy little bits out with that. Or if you take it to a car wash and use their pressure hose, it'll really get all those little bits out. I just shake all the extra water out, and because it's such a nice day, I'm going to leave it outside. We don't want it to rust, so we want to make sure it's super dry. The area underneath my honeycomb bed is not looking so great. It is residue city. After removing some clutter, we're going to vacuum it out really good, yet being careful that we're not bumping stuff around. And using the mean green, I'm going to give it a layer, really saturated, and using a metal scrubber, I'm just gonna get that everywhere so it can soak and leave it for quite some time. This took a lot of elbow grease, but it was worth it. While that's working its magic, I'm using my 𝗗𝘁𝗲𝗺 number 1 and number 2 plastic polish on my front cover here. And after that's all shined up and I put some more work onto the bottom layer there, I am able to clean that up like it's almost brand new. It looks so good and shiny now. After that, I'm going to use some WD-40 to clean my rails. Your rails might be covered and look completely different than mine, which is lucky for you, but you still want to clean in there the best you can whenever you can. And once that is all clean and degunkified and all the bearings are moving around really nice, I'm going to oil it up as well so everything just glides as smooth as butter. Since my tube is exposed, I'm going to use just some window cleaner to get that clean again. And now we need to clean the mirrors, so I'm going to use this Q-tip and cover it with one of those non-scratch polishing cloths you get with like glasses, and you can get these just about anywhere, especially the Dollar Tree is a good place. And I'm just cleaning the little opening at the end of the tube and then all of the mirrors and the lens, and use this moment to tighten anything that might have gotten loose over the weeks. And then it's time to do our very favorite thing, aligning the mirrors. Now everybody's laser is a little bit different to align. Essentially, we're just getting our mirrors in the best position so that our laser beams cut down and obliterate whatever substrate we are trying to burn in a very controlled and beautiful manner. Please let me know if aligning your mirrors is a video you'd like to know more about. Okay, here we are under the laser. I've cleaned the floor, got some dust out of here, which my allergies are going to thank me for. But what we're after right now is the water cooler. If your machine has something like this, then you know what it is. And you just need a towel, and we're gonna unhook it and change out the water and clean the bucket. It's nice to get down here every once in a while, make sure all your tubes are still in good condition and not leaking everywhere, obviously. And it is drawing the attention of all the cats. So I'm going to be filling it with this distilled water, and the reason why I got the baby kind is actually, fun fact, the kind in the baby section at Walmart is cheaper than in the normal water section. Only by like 10 cents, but cheaper is cheaper. So distilled water is usually something you want to use because it's got no minerals or weird stuff. I live somewhere it's very hard water, so I don't want to use the water that comes out of the tap. Some people can get away with it, but for longevity, I'm just going to use distilled water. So fill the bucket. The more water you have in there, the cooler it's going to stay for longer. So since summer's kind of around the corner, I think I'll do 4 gallons. The water's all filled up and hooked back up, and I took this opportunity to check the air pump make sure everything's plugged in, there's not a bunch of dust around it. This is a really good air pump. I'll probably go over my setup someday if you guys are interested in all the things I've kind of upgraded. So now that this is all ready, I'm going to move everything back and we're going to do just one more thing and then check to make sure everything works still. So the other thing I would be cleaning is using this dryer lint brush. I would be cleaning my vent here, but I've actually recently done that, and you can imagine that's just really messy, and you'd want to disconnect it and do it outside. Whatever you do, let's fire it on and make sure it still works.
Hooray, it still works. If you'd like to learn more about your laser or projects you can do with it, check out these videos over here.